Hello everyone, this is Donna from Even the Scales, and I'm on my channel right now to call out to St George Community Housing, who paid me a visit this morning. Suddenly they wanted to know what was wrong with the dust that's being sent through into my home that's falling down out of the roof, just all of a sudden. They never answered the email that I sent them. They never gave me any notice that they were going to call in to my house. But just suddenly out of nowhere, they knocked at the door this morning and asked me what the problem was. So I let them in and I told them what the problem was, and they kind of danced around the what was actually going on. They tried to make me lose confidence in myself and what I'm saying is going on here, how this dust is falling down from my roof and how the neighbours are sending it through their range hoods. They tried to affect my confidence, but they wasn't able to, because I know exactly what's been going on here. This has been happening to me for going on 8 months now, and it's quite obvious what's going on. Anyway, they said that they were going to look into the problem, so we'll see. Anyway, what I'm on here right now for is to protect my air again and to call out to St George Community Housing, who are watching these videos, because you don't go to the trouble of rigging your tenants' range hoods and then not keep an eye on the situation. I would like you to ask the neighbour downstairs to turn off her range hood right now, because she's sending dust through into my home. It's affecting my health to the extreme. It's affecting my sinuses. This stuff accumulates in my throat. I mean, you've seen yourself when you sent your 2 representatives out here this morning that there is a great deal of insulation that is falling down out the roof. I've also sent you video evidence of that, St George Community Housing. I've sent you video evidence of it falling from the roof. Okay? Wasn't happening this morning when you called in, because this woman didn't have her range hood on then. Okay? But she's just got in the house and she couldn't wait to turn it on as soon as she got into the house. It was one of the first things she's done. And I could see it falling down in front of me when I was sitting in the chair. My breathing got worse, and then I got up to check, and sure enough, there's dust all over everything over in the area where it falls down the most, where I showed you this morning. Okay, so I would really appreciate it if you would do something about this woman, because she's absolutely addicted to abusing me. This woman is mentally disturbed. Okay, that's quite obvious, and that's what I tried to tell you this morning, that these people are abusing me, and you said to me, well, why didn't you take the opportunity, to move when we offered you a transfer? And I said to you, yeah, well, I would love to move. I would love to take that opportunity and take that transfer, but not before these neighbours are held accountable for the abuse that they have put me through. Okay, so that is the main issue of what's going on here that you tried to dance around this morning. Anyway, I would like you, St George Community Housing, to have a word to this woman immediately and to stop her from abusing the air in my home, okay? Because she's not going to get the reaction she wanted, just like you did it this morning when you tried to come out here and gaslight me. Okay? She's not going to get the reaction that she wants. She's never going to get that. All she's going to get is videos of me on this channel fighting for clean air in my home, fighting for a stop to be able to live a life free from abuse, fighting to get these illegal cameras removed from my home so that I can have my privacy back, St George Community Housing. That's what the issue is here. Okay, my human rights are being abused to the absolute extreme. Not only that, you have a mentally disturbed woman that you're using that lives downstairs from me, who is addicted to abusing me. This woman's cruel and she loves every minute of what she's doing, okay? She's addicted to it. It's her life, St. George Community Housing. It is her life. Do something about this woman's behaviour immediately, okay? I told you about it this morning. You told me that there's nothing you can do about it, which I think is absolute. That's not right, okay? When someone is complaining to you so much, I'm not that I have complained, okay? I've called out to, I've emailed you, and I've tried to go through the proper channels. I haven't complained. I haven't overly complained. I'm not a complainer. But when your air's being abused and you're being abused by neighbours 24 hours a day for 19 months, okay, I have every right to complain. I'm not a complaining person. I don't worry about anyone else's business unless they're harming me. These people are harming the air that I'm trying to breathe, St. George Community Housing, okay? You are the landlord. You are responsible for my safety in my home, especially if there's mentally disturbed people around me that are addicted to abusing me. You told me this morning that you just can't go accusing people of that, and I understand that. But the thing is, you need to investigate this. You know there's something going on here. You know. You've rigged these range hoods. You're just trying to turn it around onto me. They just tried to gaslight me this morning. That's what they tried to do. They didn't even inform me that they were calling in. And I sent the email, I'm not quite sure what day it was now. I think it was like probably nearly 2 weeks ago with the proof on it. And that's the first I've heard of them. I mean, that was my air being abused. You know, that's urgent. And yet they didn't even answer that email. So they're just trying to get around it. They're trying to gaslight me. They tried to affect my confidence this morning by trying to overpower me with excuses, and it didn't work. It didn't work. This channel is still my only protection to breathe clean air in my home, to fight for clean air and to fight for privacy and to fight for my rights and to stop this abuse and to have these neighbours investigated properly for what they're doing. And you know what they're doing. You know what they're doing. So tell this woman to stop. Tell her to stop abusing my air. I have the right to breathe clean air, St. George Community Housing, and every single time these people abuse my air, you're going to see a video be made on it because I have every right to breathe clean air. That's where you went wrong, see? That's where you went wrong. You went wrong because you attacked my air, which is the most important thing to human life, and I have plenty of proof of it, okay? So I have every right to fight for clean air in my home in the best way and in any way that I can. I'm fighting for air here, clean air in my home where I pay rent to you, St. George Community Housing, where I'm a good tenant and I don't bother anyone. So tell this woman to get control of herself and to stop what she's doing immediately, please. And there needs to be zero tolerance. It's just totally unacceptable to be poisoning someone's air with insulation fibres from the roof or anything for that matter. Do something about this woman and get these illegal cameras out of my house. They tried to make out like I was imagining it. You know, that's what they do. They try and make out like I'm crazy because that was the whole idea of the whole thing. But for one, it's gone on too long. Secondly, you've way overdone it. You've overdone it so much. I wasn't supposed to survive this long. Obviously, they've done it to other tenants and got away with it, but I wasn't supposed to survive this long, and I have. And I was intuitive enough and smart enough to realise what they were trying to do. Luckily, otherwise I wouldn't be here. And now that the truth's out, they don't want to be held accountable. So they're trying every way they can to try and turn it back around onto me. And it's just not happening. It's not. Because there's other people out there who know what's going on here. There's other people watching these videos. And more people are finding out the truth. So do something about this out of control tenant that you have living downstairs from me, who is absolutely addicted to inflicting cruel abuse onto me, okay? And the evidence just continues to build, St. George. You've seen the evidence that I have here this morning. And that's just building. She's still sending that dust in. And it's affecting my breathing. And no, I won't be accepting any transfer until you take responsibility for these out-of-control tenants that you have let run rampant. Because that's your responsibility. It's your responsibility that I breathe clean air in my home when there's two mentally disturbed people living downstairs, constantly contaminating. That's your responsibility, St. George Community Housing. Okay? So tell this woman to stop immediately. And yeah, I'm having a panic attack. And that's why because anyone would when their air is being abused, St. George. Anyone would. How would you like your air to be abused? In your office? Or in your home? How would you like that? Do something about her. Do something about this woman and the person next door to her. Because she's mentally disturbed and she is getting a kick out of watching me suffer. That's the truth. Because to be doing it for this long and this much, there's got to be something going on very wrong with this woman. Okay? It's not normal. It's not normal. Neither is what you're doing, St. George Community Housing. It's not normal. It's not ethical. Do something about this woman. And if anyone out there can help me, please help me raise public awareness about this. And I want to thank the people out there that have supported my channel, because it's probably what got